What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this beautiful Hump Day Wednesday. I'm doing real good myself. I come across this particular story right here, and I think we have officially found the real Clayton Bigsby. For those of you who may not know who Clayton Bigsby is, he is the one character that's a black Klansman that David Chappelle, played in one of his comedy skits. This guy is the real deal right here. As it says, Black Alabama man against the removal of Confederate monuments. A black man who claims Confederate heritage through his family says he wants the controversial monuments to remain standing. All right, let's go on. Let's see what else this dumbass got to say. It goes on to say here, this is the guy. All right, his name is actually Daniel Sims. All right, but it goes on to say here, what in the Clayton Bigsby hell is this? An Alabama man trended on social media when he was interviewed about the removal of Confederate flags and statues in his hometown. Daniel Sims told WHNT that he was opposed to the removal as his white ancestors, y'all heard me, white ancestors, wow, had fought in the Civil War. All right. Whew, okay. However, he didn't mean his biological ancestors. All right. He meant the ancestors of his white family who adopted him, as he explained. My whole family is white, Sims told WHNT in a man on the street interview about the monuments being removed in Guttersville and Albertville, Alabama. He is a member of Captain John Rayburn Camp 452 Sons of Confederate Veterans, part of a counter-protest against those who want the monuments removed and relocated. All right. And it goes on to say here, I went to all white schools, grew up in all white neighborhoods. All right. My grandfather was white, and he was the main one that fought in this war here. Okay. And he's taught me everything I know. He said, wow, man, you are done. This is one of the worst cases of Stockholm Syndrome I've ever seen in my life. Other words, Patty Hearst ain't got a damn thing on you, boy. Let's check this particular video out about this idiot. What a shame.
And I'm Siobhan Bryan. Two different groups facing off today in Marshall County. One demanding the removal of Confederate symbols that stand outside the Marshall County Courthouse. The other side demanding they stay put.
The assembly over now, but WHNT News 19's Tiffany Lester joins us live to tell us what each side had to say. Tiffany.
The Confederate flag is still waving, and this statue honoring Confederate soldier Captain John Rayburn is still standing outside the courthouse in Albertville. It's something many Marshall County residents are happy about, but others, including these demonstrators who have been out here since noon and are actually still going strong, not so much. Representatives from Say Their Names Alabama say that they want the flag and the statue removed, stating that they represent hate and white supremacy. Say Their Names Alabama members demonstrating in Albertville, fighting for the removal and relocation of the Confederate flag and monument at Marshall County courthouses.
The rebel flag does not represent all Americans, so it should not be at a place where all Americans in the county come, which is the courthouse. So it is out of place, and it has been out of place since they placed it here in 2005.
Unique Dunstan's organization wants the statues to be relocated to either the Albertville Museum or a nearby cemetery where other Confederate veterans have been laid to rest.
As ugly and hateful the Confederacy was, it is our history. So I think it is a compromise that we're willing to make to relocate it to somewhere that doesn't stand for justice as our courthouses do.
But Say Their Names Alabama has some opposition from about 24 members and supporters of the Sons of Confederate Veterans.
Regardless how the next person feels, I'm not gonna take my flag down. If I got anything to do with it, ain't no monument gonna come down.
Daniel Sims says he was adopted as a child.
My whole family's white. Went to all white school, grew up in an all white neighborhood. My grandfather was white, and he was the main one that fought in this war here. And he's taught me everything I know.
He explains how he'd feel if the statues and flag were relocated.
It may make my blood boil if they just come up here and feel like they can just tear it down. I don't see me still living if they do that right there. That monument ain't hurting nobody. That monument ain't killing a soul. It ain't talking bad to nobody. It ain't even racist.
But Dunston says she's confident her group will be successful in getting the flag and monuments removed. Say Their Names Alabama representatives say they'll be at every Marshall County Commission meeting and demonstrating here at the courthouse every commission meeting and every second and fourth Wednesday, as I said, of the month, demonstrating to make sure those flags and monuments are removed. Reporting live in Albertville, Tiffany Lester, WHNT News 19.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. Let's go.
Woo! I'm going to tell you, if anybody that has ever needed a partial brain lobotomy, it is Daniel Sims. That motherfucker is crazy. And that's just all there is to it. Now, to continue, the foolishness. I'm serious. Woo-wee. Some people just has no self-integrity whatsoever. You see what I mean? And Daniel Sims is definitely a man with no self-integrity whatsoever. He's talking about those statues. What you don't understand, he talking about they ain't talk, and they ain't gonna never talk. They ain't gonna never breathe. But it's what it stands for. That's what it all boils down to. But before it's all over with, all these idols, these statues, all the way from the statue monuments that he wants to remain where they are, all the way to Mount Rushmore. That shit is coming down. The Most High will see to that. Okay? Now to continue, while it's unlikely that Sims' grandfather could have fought in a war that ended in 1865, Sims says that the monuments as they remain are not an issue for him. It may make my blood boil, as we heard him say, if they just feel like they can come up here and feel like they can just tear it down. I don't see me still living. Then die, you dumbass. Listen to this shit. I don't see me still living if they do that. The monument ain't hurting nobody. That monument ain't killing a soul. It ain't talking bad to nobody. It ain't even racist, he declares. But the monument, of the image of the person that they made it out of, did all those damn things, you stupid ass. Wow. Ooh-wee. He need a net. This motherfucker needs a net tossed over him. And that's just all there is to it. You understand? He needs to be in a padded room somewhere. And that's just all there. Man, in conclusion here, I just can't believe this shit. How stupid and sick-minded this guy is. In conclusion here, Say Their Names Alabama organized the protest outside the Marshall County Courthouse, where one of the offending Confederate monuments stands. The rebel flags does not represent all Americans, so it should not be at a place where all Americans in the county come, which is the courthouse. So it is out of place, and it has been out of place since they placed it here in 2005. Say their names, Alabama leader, what's her name? Unique Dunson? Yeah. Told WHNT at the protest. Sims, whose video was viewed 2.5 million times, was dragged on social media by those who likened him to Bigsby. It's the truth. But at least Bigsby was blind, man. All right. This dude blind too. But let me tell you something. Your grandfather, your real grandfather, most likely died fighting, trying to get out of slavery. And this adopted family that you love so much and coveted, guess what? They were the ones that was fighting to keep him in, dumbass. Wow. Needs a real history lesson. Not that it'll do him any good, because he should know by now. Let's check this out. We can get it for you. I don't know if we can get it. I don't see it. Oh, it ain't doing nothing. We ain't even worry about it. In conclusion, Bigsby, as some may remember, was the black blind character portrayed by David Chappelle on his eponymous, Comedy Central show that believed he was white. Yeah, believed he was white to the point he identified as a white supremacist. Yeah, Daniel Sims, you the real deal, Jack. You are the real deal. Wow. It's hard for me to even fathom that someone can be so damn stupid. Daniel Sims. What a shame. Well, y'all tell me what y'all think about this particular story right here. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.